taking our guys to the ground, we're going to do it and tackle and run our feet and stay up and things. There will be some things that when we articulate and get with the offense, we'll actually try and tackle to the ground. But yeah, if you don't do it, then you're not going to be a very good tackling team. It's a fine line. You run the risk, obviously, of getting a guy injured, but you do that anyway. Heck, you can get injured walking to class, So you have to do it. If you don't tackle, you're not going to be good at it.
And you got another injury to the defensive line. How hard is it, especially when you don't have those guys that you're counting on to play, when they're not in practice, to really gauge how good or how deficient the defense is?
Yeah, that's anytime you miss practice, it's not good for any player at any position. So it's part of our game, and we just have to keep pushing forward. And I'll be honest with you, it's an opportunity for a guy to step in there and show what he can do.
What did you think of Vince his first day?
We didn't really do much today. Kind of backpedaled a little bit. We tried to teach him some things, some basic concepts with coverage, and we'll get a feel as we move forward.
Is that just
played there before? Did you see any of that come out? He's played some.
Yeah, he has in the past. No, not really. Not anything. We didn't do much.
Is it just a numbers thing where?
Yeah, we're trying to develop some depth at the position, and Vincent has some experience there, so we're taking a look at that.
He asked to play there last year. Did he seem willing? Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that he asked to do that last season. Yeah, he was more than willing. Great kid, very attentive, listened, picked up a couple things. This afternoon we'll know a little bit more.
Coach, how's Michael Williams coming along out there? Just a guy that kind of came out of nowhere in the spring.
Yeah, Mike is coming on. Mike, probably the most improved DB we got. And he just got to keep getting better and better. But I'm pleased with Mike's progress.
And the defensive line, how have you guys seen them through after losing, three guys, temporarily at least last week? Has that been a point of emphasis to make sure that they don't drop off the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's an opportunity for guys to show what they can do. Unfortunately, it's part of our sport. We certainly, want those guys in the lineup as soon as they can possibly be back. Our trainer will let us know when we can do that. But you got to move forward. That's just the reality of it. It's unfortunate. We do miss those guys. We wish they were in the lineup, but we can't slow down. We got to keep pressing on and getting better each and every single day with the guys that are able to practice.
Anybody in particular jumping up and taking advantage of the extra reps?
Have not really seen a whole lot. Marlon Wallace has shown some flashes, but other than that, nobody's really jumped in there and shown that, hey, this is going to be my spot now.
Rajon Neal, he broke a long run in the scrimmage. What kind of happened with the defense?
We missed tackles.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, there was 2 missed tackles on the play and unblocked. The guy's unblocked. It wasn't anything that schematically a guy made a mistake or anything. We just missed the tackle. But we got to learn from it. We got to get better.
We're talking this spring about AJ. You didn't necessarily care if he had 140 tackles, 138 tackles again this season. You just wanted to make more big plays. How has he come along in that regard in terms of just being more big play guy?
He's done everything we've asked of him. And the way we're going to be successful is by playing team defense. Everybody doing their job. Every man a 1/11 of each and every single play. So that's how we've approached it with AJ as well as all of the players on our defense. So it's not just one guy running around making 130, 140 tackles and playing lousy defense. It's about the team and playing team defense. So that's been our emphasis.
Sorry, I came in late. I saw Vincent Dallas working out the DBs.
Yes.
Is that a permanent move, or is that just a one-day?
Yeah, well, we're going to try and look and see what he can do. Really didn't get to see a lot, this morning. More special teams oriented practice. He did do some scheme work with Coach Thig and I. So it's really yet to be determined. We'll see what he does in the afternoon.
When you look at the defensive line and ball back to the scrimmage, John, when you look at the back of that scrimmage, I know you said it was missed tackles. Was there any lineman issues? Were they just there? They just didn't make the play? I guess what was the kind of
the lineman or alignment?
The lineman, the defensive lineman.
Well, our defensive linemen, they got to improve their pass rush. They've got to get on, edges more. They got to use their hands. I know Coach Strip has been working hard with those guys in regards to that. And then obviously in the running game, they got to be able to get off blocks. And there was a couple times Jordan Williams did a really nice job, got off a block and made a tackle. Some of the other guys were hit and miss. We've been very inconsistent. We've got to do better, at the line of scrimmage and getting off blocks. So that's a major part of our emphasis and what we want to get accomplished.
I know a lot of running backs talked about that 14-play drive, the second team. How frustrating is that for a defensive coordinator just to sit there and they convert a couple of third downs when you're just wanting to get off the field?
Yeah, no, it's good work for us. We need the tempo. We need to see the fast pace. It allows us now to coach and teach. So we have some things that we need to work on in regards to the tempos and getting it organized for those guys so they can go out and execute.
With that veteran presence on the D-line, have they been really quick to learn and listen with having a lot of mature guys in that room?
Yeah, I think they've been pretty quick to learn the system, and we're not overly complicated. We don't do a whole lot, so it's just a matter of going out and executing the fundamentals. That's really what I want to see. I want to see a guy strike a man and get off a block. That's the essence of that position. You run a couple different fronts, maybe run some line studs, but basically it's one-on-one every play, you against the man across from you. And so that's the mentality that we're taking.
I know you probably like to have Mo and Jancek and Corey here, but is there a benefit to maybe getting a chance to look at some of those other guys up front with those three guys now?
Yeah, it's an opportunity for a guy to step up, and show what he can do. I don't feel we've had anybody that really has done that yet. I think the guys need to talk about it in their room and understand that, hey, injuries are a part of football, and we lost Jancek and Corey for a designated amount of time, and now somebody else has to step in there and pull their weight and get the job done.
Coach, what's the
you guys are kind of targeting and really trying to push in there to take advantage of those?
You got Corey Miller, you got Marlon Walls. Those guys obviously have some experience in there, so those are the guys that are getting the looks.
What's the likelihood right now of starting a true freshman at corner, whether it's
pretty good? Yeah, those guys, Malik and Cam are going to play. I mean, that's the reality of it. No, I'm glad they're here. They're going to take their lumps early. But the thing that I like about him is Cam especially has a really good demeanor. He doesn't get too frustrated. He's not too up. He's not too low. So I think he's got the right demeanor if you're going to play a freshman, because they're going to take some lumps. He's got the ability to snap and clear and come back.
Sorry if you've been asked already, but Reese Maven at linebackers, what do you see from him to make that?
See physicality. He's a very smart player. He's got good size. I think his natural fit is going to be as a linebacker as we move forward. He's only going to get bigger, and we need some help at that position.
Do you know which position you're going to play in that? We will. Or
no, we're looking at it. He's a guy that I would say has a skill set to play all three. Mm-hmm. We'll just see how he compares to some of the other guys that are in there, and kind of put the puzzle together as we go.
You kind of probably talked about this too with Vincent going over to corner. He's kind of been there before. Did that make it kind of easy because he's got some background there to kind of just kind of?
Yeah, I would think that would aid him, in learning and trying to do the things that we want him to do. I don't know where, what his recall will be and what he learned when he played the position in the past. But we're excited to have him, and we'll see what he can do really this afternoon.
Have you ever been in a situation with just so few cornerbacks and losing guys and injuries?
Yeah, it's tough, but like I said, we have to move forward. We have to find a way to get it done. That's our job. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. So it's just a matter of trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together so that you can put the best team and defense that you have on the field, and you're going to have to adjust. That's what we do as coaches. That's our job. So we're not going to talk about the lack of depth, and we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. We're not going to let the players feel sorry for themselves, and we're going to push on and move forward.
Okay, guys.
Thanks.